Hi everyone. I want to give a brief introduction to the new Python library wrapper for the Split Admin API. First, let's take a look at the actual Split Admin API. This is an automation API targeted for DevOps team and for automation implementation. Most of the actions we can do from the UI, like getting a list of environment, creating environments, or manipulating segments or splits, all can be done from the Split REST Admin API. And given the REST designation in the Admin API, it means it's an endpoint API that will work with curl command or Postman or any other programming language that can send GET HTTP requests. And this is where the Python wrapper comes into play. This wrapper supports all the Admin API functionalities and calls. It's very easy to install. You can just install it from command line. Make sure you use Python 3 version 3.3 or later. Once you install the library, you can pass the API key, your admin API key, and then you can get a client handler. You can also enable debug logging, which will show you what the library is doing and all the network calls. Please keep in mind there is a handling rate limit, and this is imposed from the admin API endpoint. The library deals with the rate limiting automatically. Once it receives the 429 response from the backend, it will wait for 5 seconds and then retries the HTTP requests. Usually 5 seconds is more than enough to clear the rate limit. There are many objects or classes that the library supports, and these are the main classes or objects that you see from the Split user interface. For example, we have workspace, environments, traffic types, and so forth. Every action that you can do from each of these objects from the UI is supported by a function call from these objects. So for example, for the workspaces, you can actually create an environment from within that workspace, and the object's return is an environment class object. The most usefulness from this library is doing manipulation for splits and splits definitions. It's very important to understand how split definitions are architectured, especially from the API documentation. However, the help page of the library does show you what the schema looks like for the split as an object and split definition as an object, as we're seeing here. Once we understand the architecture, it is pretty much straightforward to construct the split definition from multiple classes, and these multiple classes are also explained here. For example, the class bucket, which represent a percentage bucket from the Split UI, class condition, which represent an actual targeting rule with an optional custom attribute condition. And we also have default rule class that represents the default rule in the Split UI. The class also supports submitting a change request to update or create a segment definition, segment keys, or a split definition, etc. Keep in mind, when you submit a change request by the admin API, the same API cannot approve that change if you are using the same admin API key. Obviously, Split UI does not allow the submitter to approve its own change requests. So if you like to do an automation for both submitting and approving change requests, then you can submit the change request using one admin API key and approve it using another admin API key. And the Split UI allow you to create as many admin API keys as needed. Finally, we have user manipulation class that allow you to create users, pending invites, and also you can manipulate groups. You can create groups, assign users to groups. I'm hoping this short introduction to the Admin API is useful. Please check our help page and check out all the Admin API examples that we already have in our knowledge base. And also, if you have any questions or need any help, please don't hesitate to contact Split Support by sending an email to support@split.io. Thank you and have a great day.